Exiin and the Secret of Seasons. Exiin and the Secret of Seasons was released on PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on the 1st of September 2020. Exiin and the Secret of Seasons is an award-winning adventure game following a young girl named Ariel, or Eri, as she journeys across the great world of Aldi. Like so many other action-adventure video games, Exiin and the Secret of Seasons has a large, colorful game world that aims to occupy the same space as the Zelda games. Exiin and the Secret of Seasons tells the story of Eri as she fights to restore order and balance to the world around her. Her father, the Guardian of Winter, is racked with despair after Eri's older brother, Flynn, goes missing. As such, he's in no shape to go meet with the others, and so, Eri goes in his stead. By becoming the Guardian of Winter, Eri gains the ability to manipulate the seasons around her. Eri learns to control the seasons, and use them to defeat enemies, overcome obstacles, and solve complex puzzles on her adventure across the world of Aldi. The game portrays a fully 3D world, with good graphics, and cartoonish characters. The art style speaks volumes in place of shiny graphics, and fits the mythical East Asia tone of the game. One thing the game nails is its adventurous spirit. Following a storybook introduction, and an opening inspired by Mulan, young Eri is sent on a quest to defeat an evil magician, and rescue her brother. Giant crystals have caused the seasons to be disrupted, so she's tasked with becoming a legendary hero, and wielding the power of seasons, across 4 themed temples. It's all done in a cutesy style, with an exciting orchestral score, slapstick humor, and pun-filled dialogues. Eri's ability to wield the seasons might be stolen from Capcom's Zelda title, but it has some interesting implementation, and that is, from vanishing water levels to climbable vines, and icy platforms appearing in mid-air. The cutscenes are well animated, and have strong voice acting. They're not overly long, but I enjoyed them whenever they came around, as they have a very cartoony feel to them. Despite that, the story is oddly paced, and the enemy threat is ill-defined, and not very threatening at all. Some game design choices, like the heads-up display style and main menu, are quite simple and straightforward. For a game about a child controlling nature through crystals, I was expecting the game to lean more into its fantasy theme, by stylizing certain aspects. Unreliable controls don't help, and platforming sections are made needlessly difficult by a floaty jump, and no character shadow to assess positioning. The structure of Exiin and the Secret of Seasons is similarly uneven. The first couple of hours, you see Exiin traveling to various settlements, in order to move the story forward. These places are large, and packed with non-player characters that offer side quests, although, most of those non-player characters stand motionlessly. After this section, the game completely shifts gears, and you're told to go collect 4 MacGuffins from the season temples. Naturally, you don't really go into towns anymore, and the side quests dry up. It just feels like something is missing. That being said, the puzzles in Exiin and the Secret of Seasons are quite good. They generally involve manipulating the environment with the right season, almost always the winter or spring ones, and you'll generally be carrying energy balls from one statue to another on a time limit. You'll also come across giant stones with sphere power, which will allow you to change the world around you on the go. You'll fight a range of enemies, from hyenas and other animals to monsters, and plant-like creatures, as well as helping villagers, collecting artifacts and solving puzzles. Exiin can equip a number of weapons that behave identically. Enemies come in several varieties, with some only being vulnerable during certain seasons. Exiin can hit them, dodge, or parry their attacks. Thankfully, I didn't encounter any issues when it came to combat and platforming. The game is capable of some absolutely exciting moments as well, especially the dungeon's end sequence and boss fight. The battle itself was fun to engage in, with carefully dodging and taking chances to deal damage. The moment-to-moment gameplay kept me hooked, even if I did encounter a few sound bugs and odd jump cuts. Game development is expensive and hectic, but Exiin and the Secret of Seasons is extremely unpolished, in a multitude of ways. You get around the world by running, jumping, and climbing up things. Eri's movements feel strange and unnatural though. She jumps too high, and interacts with the world in illogical ways. On more than one occasion, I found ways to bypass entire puzzles or challenges due to creative platforming. Exiin can land on all sorts of things she shouldn't be able to land on. Still, there's some really neat stuff here. The dungeons are good, and the puzzles are very strong, and minimal list of bugs make it so cool game that I would recommend to buy this game, despite the pricing being high. So that brings me to my next question, and that is pricing. You can buy this game for $40 on PlayStation Store. Overall, the game's good, and absolute worth the money, if you are into playing adventure, and more cartoonish puzzle platform game. A lot of love and talent clearly went into making this game, and it can be a good amount of fun. So, that concludes here. Thank you for watching, and if you are new on this channel, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Keep visiting my channel for more reviews and updates.